Anyị na-anabata unu anyị ka nọkwa na ihe mmemme Good Morning Anambra ewebụrụ na agba nke a anyị ga-abịa wee tinye ọnụ n'okwu n'ihe gbasara anyị bụ ndị Igbo ihe anyị nwere anyị akpọrọ ihe amara m ọtụtụ oge mmadụ a na-akwa na appreciate cha ihe ọ nwere.
Of course, all the nature of anyị ma bụ ndị mmadụ, you understand. As in, charity begins at home, but we begin to look for something else outside. But this morning, we'll have people that will be talking on Ihai Wen Ikumaka, Arusike, and then Ogwinawu, and the rest of it all.
Anya bụ anyị na welu ndị anyị na ha nọ n'ụtụtụ aka anyị na-ebanye anya na etu a ga-esi wee tinye aka na herbal medicine, ya bụ ọgwụ mkpọrọgwụ na mkpa akwụkwọ dị na be anyị. Kedu ka a ga-esi wee tinye aka? Anyị dele ya investing in herbal medicine for health. Kedu ka a ga-esi tinye aka wee mee ya ka ọ ga-esi wee mawanye mma maka arụ isi ike mụ na gị. Ndị ọbịa sonyela anyị n'ụtụtụ a bụ Ambassador Dr. John Mary Ibeka, akpọtakwa m ya Ibeka. Ọ bụ National Task Force Chairman, Traditional Medicine Practitioners of Nigeria, Department of TCAM, Federal Ministry of Health, Abuja. He is also a biochemist. And anabata gị na-asị gị nnọọ rinne na nke taa. Ya bụ Abuja ka isi wee gbadata. Daalụ rinne. Anyị nwekwazịrị onye ọzọ, Dr. Eugene Okoli Nwankwo, bụ a pharmacologist. Dr. Eugene, anyị na-anabata gị na-asị gị nnọọ rinne. Ama m na unu ga-enyela anyị aka n'ụzọ ka wee fụ ka a ga-esi wee kwa onye ukwu wa. Ya dịkwa n'unu nwute ma ọ bụ na anọkata tụnyetụ obele bekee, maka na ụfọdụ okwu enwere ike ama mkpọpụtachi ya otu oge esi wee daba na onu Igbo. Ya bụ ka anyị bido n'ebe na Ambassador Dr. John Mary. Ọ bụ na a na-ekwu ihe gbasara herbal medicine maka arụ ike anyị bụ mmadụ, kedu ka ọnọdụ si wee gbatakwuru, maọbụ ka anyị negodo anyị otu esi wee dị na mgbe gara aga na ihe mezili o ji wee dị ka anyị hapụrụ herbal medicine na-ejezi na ọgwụ oyibo. Ngwa ka ịkọwa kenela anyị.
Na mbụ bụ na ana m ekene mmadụ na-ege anyị ntị maka na ihe gbasanyere our natural medicine, ọgwụ dịka Chukwu si kee, our indigenous medicine, ọgwụ ọdịbendị n'asụsụ anyị. Today, o kwere anyị ghọta, according to the World Health Organization, that 80% of the world depend on natural medicine. And in some country, ife dịka ịbịa na Ethiopia, 90% of them depend on natural medicine. And also, in Africa, 80% depend on natural medicine. Because our forefathers, ndị nna nna anyị fa, ifefa ji agwọ ya oge ochie bụ natural medicine. So the natural medicine is very important, especially nowadays. Our let's say our orthodox medicine is very costly, and also sometimes if they are antibiotic and then with drug resistance, with the natural medicine, those pathogens now the easy work with our natural medicine, because it helps to rebuild the immune, to eradicates those infection diseases caused by bacteria or virus. So we need to promote our natural medicine. Even in Nigeria policy in 2007 policy, they are taught how to bring in the natural traditional medicine into the natural national health care system, which we are trying to do. And some states in Nigeria, they have already passed into bill when we bought something, both in Anambra states, on other states, Lagos states, Edo states, because they value natural medicine. Even if you watch during the times of COVID, so many things. And where is a way to import materials to produce? Pharmacists, they like it. That is why the Pharmacists Council of Nigeria, they now try to work synergy with the practitioners to know how to buy this natural medicine. What the traditional medicine needs, as a biochemist, and also I am a naturalist and the National Task Force Chairman of Traditional Medicine in Nigeria, under the Traditional Complementary and Alternative Medicine, the department that in charge of traditional medicine in Nigeria. I'm Aganamo, different part of the country, and I see that there is need for us to promote what we have, because what we have remains the original in our land.
Well, thank you so much. What we have is original, but then what of the abuse of what we have? Because most of these local practitioners don't even know the actual dosage. The sanitary environment where some of those drugs are being produced is questionable. Now, let me come to Dr. Eugene Mwankwo as a pharmacologist. We've had where you go to the hospital and then you treat yourself and they refer you to the pharmacy where you go, you buy your drugs, and then they will give you a list of drugs to take over a period of time. And then you take them and you get okay. But in that of this traditional medicine, most times they are in liquid form and there is no proper dosage. Dr. Eugene, that issue of dosage, not proper dosage, isn't it harmful to the internal organs, the kidney, the liver, and the rest of it all, as compared to the orthodox drugs that we all know?
Yeah, thank you very much. That is what you have to know. At the primordial stages, things started growing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, we are getting you.
And when you are evolving, you develop, you perfect. At a particular point in time, you have perfection. And that is what Orthodox medicine did. They didn't started the dosage preparations. What I'm trying to say is that if we have put effort to our natural medicine, by this time, all these things you are asking me should have been done, perfected. But we didn't do that. Some religion will tell you that in Antalya, then Anye will tufo. So what I'm trying to say is that it's because we didn't pay attention from the primordial stage. That is why at this stage you haven't gotten a dosage point. Abuna Anye tinye luchu, ne tinye apasanka, batananka, apasa this level, batananka, basa this level, batananka. By this time Anye will go this type of.
So what is stopping us from actually doing that?
Good. Apathy. We believe another man's effort, white man's effort. That's what we call neocolonialism. As a result of neocolonialism.
As a pharmacologist.
As a result of neocolonialism.
Neocolonialism based on manamweli ha jolo. Basalo ebe environment eba ukikile eba na ano emenya bu madu kesele. Anka ya li chefu na di Igbo si na anya na eliche tutu onu elie. Packaging eji emenya bu odiko no bu osoro ni ihe melu ndi ba eji maka na ifu nke malu mma enye gi ihe malu mma ni ihe dị njọ kere nke ihe.
Good.
So odiko na nke ahụ esoro wee bụrụ nsogbu anyị nwere ndị ba anyị ji ahapụ maka na ndị oche a wee ha ya emechi ewu imepe ya ọbụla obere ihe ka ewepụta ya tinye n'ọnụ mana ka esi wee dozichie kwadochie na ọmacha mma ọ dị ike ọ bụrụ ya ma bụ nsogbu anyị nwere gbata ndị ba anyị ji ahapụ nke anyị achọ nke ndị ahụ edebere ọfụma.
Thank you. Have you seen the herbal preparation made by the company of this young good? There's no difference between that of a white man's packaging and his own. There's no difference.
Is there any sample here for us to see?
Do you have any sample?
No, there's no any sample.
Okay.
For now.
Mana ka esete ni ọbụ na ọ dị na soft
Well,
copy. Ọ bụ na ọ dị na soft copy, anyị nwere ike ifu ya.
ije na phone, if you have it in your phone.
One other thing we are saying is that the proliferation of the ụmụ nebu agbo leali, the containers doesn't even look neat. You see people patronizing them, and then you ask me, can you hand there now? When you buy drugs, you see the composition, the leaflet, everything in the leaflet. Onye just school ya guta here there, but on any side effects, all your food is side effects. But on any composition of nobody tells you what it is that you're drinking. Somebody just comes and mix and everything that will fuck up, give you to drink. And most times they all taste awful. So, in your capacity as chairman, traditional medicine practitioners of Nigeria, is there no way you guys can mop these people? I got through training. Let there be composition of what I am drinking. I've tested it before, and it worked for me. But I don't want to be as in rely on it for too long because I'm out of here now. But when I say I have my back pain, which I usually have occasionally, I go to the hospital. They give me strong what is it called? Painkillers. I take it, and I feel okay. So the issue I'm having, or most people are having with this orthodox issue, is that there is no brand. You don't even know what you're consuming. Even the person nearly the thing itself, if you go to the person you even want to vomit. So these are the areas I believe we want to, because on Monday we had in the pharmacy and they were here talking and they were telling us that there is nothing wrong in the herbal issue, but the problem is sanity, dosage, and so many other things. So please explain to us.
Yes. Consign the dosage and
the composition, yeah.
Consign dosage, the composition and the formulations, and also the GMP, good manufacturing practice. That is what we are talking about. Today, the traditional medicine practitioners under the Federal Ministry of the Health, think tank department, that would be traditional, complementary, and the alternative medicine, and also the NANDA, Nigeria Natural Medicine Development Agency. They are trying a lot in this nation. They are organizing workshops, training for the practitioners, and the way the
task force,
the hierarchies of these practitioners, we are trying to harmonize our practitioners and also our products, the way of practice needs. If you're talking about dosage, the traditional medicine, there is dosage form. When you come to once you see the indication, you see the dosage and administration, you see the quantity you will take. Because that's what we are talking today, where that we are modernizing our medicine. So all those the people that our ancient people, especially our old grandfathers, mothers, they are in villages, and we are trying to organize them and also telling them the importance of them to
transfer that knowledge to this generation.
And coming to the transfer, that is the need of the African governments to support the integration by the way they will patronize those people by the what we call intellectual property. For their intellectual property.
Yeah.
Because if you have to fail, when I have a long one hand over to you tomorrow, because of how Africa it is, even some agencies, their formulation, their bad formulation, the ingredients they are used. Once you reveal to them, tomorrow another person will begin.
Will take over
That is their fear.
yeah.
But in the Western world and the other Asian countries,
There is patency.
There's a way they are paying for their intellectual property. So our government was in a nanya ka ga-esi onye ahụtara enyere ya aka kwadie owepụta ihe o nwere ọbụdị na afọ ọzọ onye ahụ ụmụ ya will continue to benefit from it. Although today NAFDAC have tried a lot, because before you can produce any medicine you must review the ingredients you are using. That is, whatever you are using, the plants in botanical language, in English language, so that people who need to take the term, it must be on that level. And NAFDAC will go deep to know if the term, if you say it's curing malaria, they will search to know if the plant has been curing malaria for years. So concerning the dosage, we are trying, that is the importance of working synergy with other health practitioners. Because this thing will create job opportunity for our youth. After oil, the next thing is herbs.
Ọ dị mma ka ịma na isiokwu anyị na-asị otu a ga-esi wee mee ka ọnọdụ mawanye mma ka ndị mmadụ wee makụọ onye bụ herbal medicine maka na ọ ihe ebe a na-enyejere anya anyị ekwugo maka ihe gbasara okirikiri ebe a na-enye ya bụ ma otu esi echekwa ya ma otu esi apakeji ya ihe niile ka ndị mmadụ ndị oyibo si na ọka ọdị apịrị ka ndị mmadụ wee nwee ike wee mana ihe m na-enye o nwere mgbe anyị pere mpe o nwere ihe melụ m mgbe a na-akpọ ọnụ alụ mara ma ọnụ alụ nwere ọgwụ oyibo mana mgbe anwa abịa na obodo enwe ndị a na-akpọ dibịa bụ dibịa Igbo ka ha nya ndị na-agwọ ya ma amara ha asị ndị na-agwọ ọgwụ mgbe anwa a na-akpọ ha ndị na-agwọ wee compete kwa with ndị mba ụwa ọzọ.
Ile anya ị ga-afụ na today a na-enwe otu esi wee nwee na both a na-enwe fake imitations both in orthodox medicine. The same thing ka ọ dịkwa na this traditional medicine n'ọgwụ Igbo. O nwere ndị na-arụ na ekwu, that is what anyị na-ekwu okwu ya. E nwere ike dee na net edesi ya na nke na-agwọ nka lemongrass na-agwọ for malaria, moringa building the immune, short leaf antioxidants or antitoxin. Those people, they will leave their job, join into it without knowing the formulation, how to form it, and after effect and other things. But the family, they tell the naka, oh the family on the naka, they are learning from their father. Even at school, they got school to so now. Oh well, they got and well formal education and then informal education. Yes. So only a gaman God amata. So when the other naka na naka nafa we naka, and they make a point. That is why men and people are they review that job with every person in the family, because someone in fact no will register poison. Open go nya for nasa. You will hear high quantity carrying over the for something and saboni. If they can what we call akanta, the help for Madela, now walk on the ala, na-enye onye ala data akanta o nwere dosage ị ga-enye onye ala ọ lahụ ụlọ ọfụma kunye o nwere dosage ị ga-abịa inye owu kinye defense and onye nwere ike na-akwesị ụra lahụ ụlọ jewara ọ gaghị adịzi okay so ifụkịta na a ga-amụ ya so on that is the reason why even today majority ada lose that traditional medicine practice. They are based on spiritualism. There are difference between the religious and the medicine. There's a difference between the religious and the science. When we talk about medicine, you talk about active ingredients, like when you mention the phytochemicals, like saponin, alkaloids, and others, and the minerals, vitamin C, vitamin A, and the other elements, magnesium and other things that the leaves contain. That is what's working. But today, because some of us, we just they do one magic, then it is not that is working. What's working is what the gift God gives to those leaves to heal human being. And you know, God is wonderful. Like in pineapple, you can now take pineapple as a pineapple juice to help your body, balance your body. But the bark and peel contain more medicine. Even avocado, you can take avocado as a fruit. But you know the seed because contain is more medicinal. And that is why God made it like that. To handle it with care. Because you cannot take it anyhow. That is, even this orange, you see, the back of orange contains so many things. But we are taking whole and entire.
Just taking the zest in the orange only.
So, to sanitize the quack and fake one, with the traditional, the national level, we are working together, SNAGE, with the NAFTAC and the other to make sure that we sanitize those fake ones.
Now, talking about sanitization and then trying to, remove the quack from the professionals, and let me come to Dr. Eugene Okoli. Dr. Eugene, there is this, I don't know if it's a tug of war between traditional medicine practitioners and the pharmacists, the pharmacists, talking about the Pharmacists Society of Nigeria. They tend to not agree on certain things. When you ask them who is more important in the line of medication, they tell you, okay, fine, the doctor, you see the doctor, but they are the final say when it has to do with evaluating or interpreting the prescription the doctor has given you. And most times, they frown at the fact that people tend to, solicit the support or medical advice of these practitioners. How is there no way you guys can have a level playing field? Because what we're talking about here is saving of human lives. And at the minimal cost. Most of these orthodox drugs are very expensive. So is there no way this Pharmacists Society of Nigeria and these trado medicine practitioners can have a meeting point and say, okay, fine, let this be for this and let this be for that, so that they can be an interface rather than one feeling superior to the other?
Thank you very much. The question you asked me applies to every sphere of life.
Okay.
PDP will not agree on APUGA. APUGA will not agree on APC.
But we are trying to save lives here.
Good. Man, what I want to tell you about actually, because the source of that medicine, both from plants, do you get what I'm saying? A person who studied orthodox medicine got it from plants. A person from traditional from plants. Do you get what I'm saying? So just on social aspect.
Okay.
But the source, facts here, the same source. So what I'm trying to say is that it is what the government will come in. Government has to come in. Because two of them are the third party. And that third party is supposed to be government. government will say, no, this is a end they go. This is how to do it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, one I do very hard, the two of them meet, reconcile. Must be a third party.
Now that you're bringing the government in now, we know the cost of importation of these drugs. And sometimes most of these merchants that brings these drugs into the country are not even pharmacists in themselves. These are businessmen that have the wherewithal. They go abroad, China, India, and the rest of it all, and they manufacture some of these drugs into the country that doesn't even meet the WHO standard, and it comes into this country. I don't believe that in Nigeria here, people can manufacture drugs that are substandard to that level and then export it out of this country. So you can see that there's an economic aspect of this traditional medicine that we're talking about here. If we can get our acts together, now that you made mention of government, so how can government come in so that we can equally make money while we cure our citizens from the ailments that is abound? Ailments around cancer, liver issues, renal failure, and the rest of it all. The government aspect of it, how can that be achieved? Dr. Eugene.
Thank you very much. Sometime Madam said when he was ill, they will refer him to this person that cures the ailment.
Yeah.
Now, that person died. The knowledge that dies off. But if the government is government that lives on, it must now come. We want to tap this knowledge. Government will tap the knowledge of the old man and store. And when you tap the knowledge, you can use it to do what? To commercialize it. In fact, let me tell you, the white man is only tapping knowledge. When they tap, they store, commercialize. That's what the white man is doing since centuries. So you can't tell me that that native man who was curing Madam the ailment, that he has to, by himself, he will commercialize it. No, when there's such capacity, a person who knows better than him must come in. And that is government. Yes, that is government.
So where
do you know this young man has been there for almost 30 years in practice? He has been giving government. Government has never given him. During COVID, government told us to go in and
research.
Yes, research and produce for COVID. In fact, his drug cured me for COVID. Let me tell you the truth. Because I was down and he gave me the drug. I mean the herbal preparations. I took and got free.
Odima ka aijidego dia eba wantinti oge obuna kita ka imanitelo isonyela anyị na-enebanye anya ihe gbasara otu a ga-esi wee tinye aka na ihe gbasara herbal medicine, ya bụ ọgwụ mkpọrọgwụ na mkpa akwụkwọ nke bụ chi nyere anyị ka anyị wee jide ya wee na maka ndụ anyị, maka arụ isi ike anyị, mana otu o si gbatakwuru anyị ga-agbatu dị nwantịntị oge ka anyị ji epụ n'ilo ka anyị fụ ka ndị mmadụ si wee tụnye otu nke ha n'isiokwu anyị na-enebanye anya n'ụtụtụ a. Apụkwara na anyị na-alọghachi.
Should be regulated, right? But then it should not be banned. Okay, because when we think about our forefathers, when there were no hospitals and everything, they were using this herbal medicine and they survived, they lived. Alright, so, but the thing is that because our generation can be crazy, we tend to abuse things.
Herbal medicine, it's good. Actually, I feel like, not that I feel like, but drugs are gotten from these natural trees. So us investing more in herbal medicine is same thing as just producing more drugs.
So what I think is government should there should be laws that would guide this thing so that those herbal medicine out there, which they should ensure that they are safe for people's consumption. Right? So because they are very, very vital, they are very helpful. Our forefathers used this thing and they didn't die. Because they knew how to go about it. So just for our generation not to abuse it, I think there should be laws to just regulate this thing to ensure that it's safe for people's consumption.
Nigeria investing in developing herbal medicine. Herbal medicine is good, but needs to be regulated because of much people that are bringing in inferior drugs that are not transparent. So that is why I say that it needs to be regulated. When it's regulated, you're able to find out people that are bringing fake drugs, because fake drugs kills. We need to revamp the economy of Nigeria. By bringing in fake drugs, you cannot revamp the economy of Nigeria because we are in a depressed economy.
Nigeria should invest more and regulate these things. The thing is that herbal medicines work. A lot of medicines derive their essence from herbal, from crops and roots. So it's for us to harness those things and refine them. China has been able to merge modern medicine and traditional medicine. I think Nigeria should do the same. It will help us because modern medicine, because of the cost, government cannot fully support it. Despite the huge resources of government, it's very expensive. So traditional medicine will help in saving costs as well as healing people.
Bringing fake drugs in Nigeria cannot help us again. That is why the organization called NAFDAC, other donor agencies, United Nations, World Health Organizations, we are all partners in progress to help regulate and checkmate fake drugs. Even the herbal drugs we are doing, so there are some counterfeit, fake herbal drugs, drugs without licenses, drugs without NAFDAC number, no lab certifications. So that is why we have a regulatory agency like NAFDAC, United Nations, UNICEF, and all whatnot.